We're going to be going through a dynamic warm-up. So dynamic warm-up is going to be something that's going to help loosen up our body, get us ready to move, get us ready to work. So you can do this in the morning, you can do this before you head to the gym. Great way to get your body moving, get your blood pumping, loosen up any of those tight areas. So we're going to have about 10 exercises here. We're going to go 30 seconds on each. So 10 exercises, 30 seconds on each. I'll perform them with you. Let's get rocking and rolling. Gonna start with a jumping jack. So good old school jumping jacks here. So hopping our legs out, arms up, top. An option on this is to step out to the side. So go ahead and start on those jumping jacks. If you have any knee issues, anything like that, just go ahead and do a little step out to the side here. So getting that blood pumping just a little bit here. And then we're gonna be moving on here. So what we're heading to next here is just a good old school arm circle. So arm circle here. Bring back the, football, baseball, soccer days, whatever you used to play here. So just get that upper body a little loose here. We're gonna go 15 seconds forward here, and then we're gonna go 15 seconds backwards. Remember, on these exercises, you wanna make sure that you're not overdoing it at the start, especially when we start stretching movements here. You don't wanna pull anything, so ease into it. All right, so heading on here, we're going to an alternate quad. So alternate quad here. I'm gonna be grabbing on to our toe. We're leaning forward, and this is a quad to toe reach here. So grabbing on that toe, leaning forward, working that balance. If you can grab all the way up on that toe, go ahead and do that. If you don't have the flexibility, that's totally fine. You can grab onto your knee or to your shin. An option is also to take off that forward lean and just grab on and pull up at the top. After that, we're gonna head to a knee pull. So make sure you just keep going along here with these. Grab onto that knee. Pull it up the chest. You're gonna feel a stretch in your glute and your hamstring. So good knee pull, grab up, big chest there, keep that core engaged, and make sure you're breathing as you're doing these. So breathing's super important. Focus on those nice controlled breaths. After that, we're gonna be heading to a heel to hip. So the heel to hip, we're gonna be standing up tall, grabbing onto that foot, pulling up, grabbing onto that knee for a little assistance. If you can grab on with two hands, by all means. So go ahead and start on the heel to hip here. Grabbing on, pulling up. Keep that chest up nice and tall. And then if you push down on your knee on this exercise, it'll also get you a little extra stretch in your hips. If you're like me, you got one hip that's a little tighter than the other. All right, after that, we're heading to an inchworm here. So inchworm's gonna loosen up low back and hamstrings. So going down, keeping your legs as straight as possible, walking our hands out, walking them back up. If you can get all the way up to your toes, fantastic. If you can't, that's totally fine. If you gotta bend your knees a little bit, that's also totally fine. Just focus on loosening up the low back, the glutes, and the hamstrings. So we'll get about 2 more in here. We go. All right, after that, we're gonna be going to a mountain climber stretch. So hands are underneath your shoulders. We're gonna step our foot up outside of our hands. You're gonna feel us stretching out your groin, your glutes, and your hamstrings. So big chest, sink those hips down on either side here. An option is also just to go on your knees. So if that's too much stress on you, just go on your knee, get your foot up as far as you can. All right, moving along, we're going to the world's greatest stretch. So you're gonna put opposite hand, opposite foot up, back leg's gonna be elevated. You can also do this with your knee on the ground. We're gonna be reaching underneath your armpit, rotating up at the top. So sink the hips down, rotate up at the top, sink down, pop up here. This is gonna loosen up your back, your thoracic spine here. One more on this side, and then you'll switch it up to the other here. So this is a great stretch to get you moving. If you have any back pain, when you're moving, working, anything like that, this is a great way to get loosened up. One more in here. All right, last one, and then we just have 2 more exercises to go. These are both gonna be on the ground here. This is gonna be a scorpion here. So scorpion, arms are out to the side, rotating from one side, back over to the other, trying to keep your chest predominantly down on the floor and just taking up your foot as far as you can. Everybody's different on flexibility levels, so you're just getting up as far as you can. Again, take it back and forth. And make sure you're breathing the whole time. Finally, last exercise here for a little dynamic movement is gonna be a front crossover. So same thing as the scorpion, we're just gonna be on our backs here. So again, this is gonna loosen up your low back here. And this one feels kind of good. Just laying down, relaxing, getting loosened up. All right, we'll get one more either side. All right. All right, folks, well, that completes our dynamic warm-up for the day. Like I said, incorporate this before you work out. Any time of the day is a great day to get loose, get your body moving. We'll talk to you soon. See ya.